Didn't catch the match because of your location? Proton VPN brings the stadium to you wherever you are. You can access live football, browse securely, and stream buffer-free anywhere in the world. Just click the link below or scan the code for an exclusive offer on Proton VPN today.
Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 3, and after witnessing that, all the alarm bells of everything we knew that would come to fruition with the deficiencies in this team are there. It's time to get serious. I'm going to say a lot of uncomfortable things, or, well, you know what, they shouldn't be uncomfortable because it's just the truth. But it's time to really dissect what this squad is versus what it isn't, versus the job that Ruben Amorim has to do. Firstly, this squad is completely devoid of any physicality. Zero. We almost have near enough zero athletes, players who can get about the park, players who can play with a bit of zip. And that's why when I was talking on the Trinity show with KG and Owen, and I'm saying only about 3 or 4 guys max can stay in this team for it to look like a proper football team, this is why I'm saying it. I'm going to start from back to front. Just as we're starting to give Onana the praise, when we kind of said, actually, yeah, he can say, just as we're starting to give Onana the praise, look what he does today. Back to square one again with Onana. Absolutely awful today. The defenders. Now listen, Lenny Yoro is a young kid and it's his first start in the Premier League. And you get Chris Wood. So it is what it is. I'm not going to pile on the young kid. Lisandro Martinez. Now listen, I've been trying to discuss this with you guys and I've been told don't do it. No, it's not this, it's not that. We're doing Butcher and Leacher and the chop axe, all of this stuff. No. Let's not misprofile the players. He's not massively physically dominant. Obviously, he's not massive. We know that. What his primary function is in there is to be fantastic on the ball. He's no longer doing that. He's taken too long on it. His pass is not crisp. When he was passing it forward, absolutely awful. And then also is not stepping in to be aggressive to win ground duels, because I get it, he's not going to win things in the air. That's the first thing. De Ligt in there as that central centre back. Now yes, when everything's okay, he's got a bit of protection, he'll look all right, but for the top level, it's not really that. Let's just be honest, it's not really that. Like, there's limitations with him on the ball in terms of trying to play switches, and yes, don't get me wrong, he was calm for when everyone was asking him to play quick, and actually we get a goal from that. I'm not saying he's absolutely terrible, but for the top level, is De Ligt going to be the one starting for us? Maybe alongside someone else who's exceptional, but not just him. But I get it, we have to build the squad. Like I said, Lonier, I'm going to give a pass. Dalot is struggling in this system at left wing back, absolutely struggling. It doesn't suit him, and this is why the emphasis of what Ruben Amorim has to do to bring in thoroughbred wing backs, this is why, because we're dying a slow death with these types of players. Kobbie Mainoo and Ugarte in there, I think they did okay at times. Ugarte was probably our best player today again, because why? He has physicality. Kobbie Mainoo, obviously, he's coming back from his injury, he's trying to get a little bit of continuity. First half he was all right, second half probably faded a little bit. But these front situations now, the front line, right, these inside 10s, Garnacho can't play there. Rashford back to goal in the half space, can't play there. Rasmus Højlund nowhere near. Xerxes nowhere near. Bruno, now you're asking him to play in a different kind of way, these inside 10. Okay, he can play in that area, but the level and the intensity from him and the decision making from him is not there. This squad needs completely dismantling. And it's not, to be fair, it's not rocket science. God bless Ruben Amorim. We've been talking about Storm Derek and all them things there today. I've been driving up the M6 and the car's all wobbling. Storm Derek. Storm Nuno, brother. Storm Nuno. That's what it's been today. Storm Nuno. Storm Forest. Storm Robin Hood. He's from Forest, isn't it, Josh? Robin Hood from Nottingham, innit?
Where?
I'm sure he is. Anyway, storm them. Because that's what it was. They bullied us at times. All the set pieces, we just look like little boys out there. Little boys. You think it's a little one-off against Arsenal conceding a couple on the back? No, 90 seconds. We got little bro.
Forest, did it?
Huh? Sherwood Forest. Not Nottingham. Whatever, man. There's another Forest, bro. I don't care. Whatever. You know what I mean? Another Forest. So, at the end of the day, it's one of those where we're in trouble because of the lack of physicality. Ruben Amorim said, if you don't run in this league, you will win nothing. If you got no physicality, no heart, no intensity, you can't do anything in this league. So we can't do anything physically. We can't do anything technically with the players we got. It's a mess. And I just pray Ruben Amorim, because this is the baptism of fire for Ruben Amorim. But guess what? It's not really a baptism of fire, because he told us this. He said the storm's coming. Quite literally, Storm Derek. Quite literally, the storm. Game nearly called off today and that. But he knows these players. When we won 4-0 against Everton, what did he say? I see a lot wrong. I know, I can see what's happening. We're going to get found out, guys. So yes, I'm not going to overreact in terms of like anything to do with the head coach and stuff like that. If anything, these players are getting exposed. And Ruben Amorim must make sure he doesn't make the same mistake by trying too long, and the hierarchy who needs to support this manager, by weeding these players out, not wasting time trying to prolong the inevitable failure with players in this system. Couldn't play Eric Ten Hag's system, which failed, obviously, because it didn't go well. Couldn't play Ollie's system, couldn't play this system, couldn't play that, couldn't play that, couldn't play that. It's the players. So don't get me wrong, we're going to take more licks. I'm not mad about that, because that's the process that has to happen from where we are. I completely understand that. You know, I can still see the plan of what we're trying to do. The manager is trying to get the instructions through to the players, but they're not doing it. I have to say now, the individuals though, that I can't move past this Onana situation. I mean, Bruno gives the ball away firstly to Yoro, tries the outside of the boot, and Yoro runs past. I don't know what he's thinking. But flipping, what's his name? When Hudson-Odoi picks the ball up, there is no way in hell, right, that Gibbs White should score. There is no way in hell that Gibbs White should score from that position. The ball went in. The ball went in so slow. I'm thinking it must have hit off someone, but no, it just went through Onana's legs. He just went through his legs. You know what I mean? Really, really poor. And then I'm looking at the third goal. Okay, Lenny Yoro, he's a young kid. It's his first start. You're up against Chris Wood, mate. That's how it goes sometimes, right? But the ball comes over to Chris Wood. We failed to clear our lines, firstly. They header it back. Hello, Leacher, there's a fucking game going on. You can get the ball if you're alert. You can get the ball on the line. It's going slowly back across goal. The Lit's there standing there twiddling his thumbs as well. Bozo jeans, mate. Bozo jeans. Honestly, the goals that we can see, and again, like I said, after 90 seconds, and I'm looking when we started conceding all the corners, right? It felt like Arsenal. I thought Forest was Arsenal from the corners and the set pieces. And I'm looking at our players, and I'm going, who is there really on the pitch who can deal with this level of physicality? Leacher? No. Lenny Yoro, young kid trying to acclimatise to the Premier League? No. Bruno? No. Dallo? No. Who is there? There was only really one thoroughbred header of the ball, was De Ligt. Kobbie Mainoo? No. Ugarte? No. You're bringing Rasmus Højlund back to disrupt the flow and saying, get back because you're a little bit big. He's not going to clear the ball. So we've got no physicality, no height, no presence. No presence. And Forest, big respect to them. Big respect to them, because not only were they more physical than us, they were more clinical than us as well. We did give them opportunities, but they took them very well. They were very, very clinical. And really, this is just the damning indictment of exactly what we know needs to happen, and it's glaringly obvious. And the only hope that I do have is that this head coach in Ruben Amorim, he can see it. He can see it crystal clear what we are. The way he's speaking in the press is he can see all the deficiencies in this team. All the deficiencies in this team. There were parts in the first half, you know, apart from the set pieces where I was like, actually, you know what, we're doing all right here. We were doing all right. In the interest of fairness and balance, there were some moments where we're doing all right. We're moving the ball too slow because we don't know how to move the ball correctly. You know, the link between midfield and attack is still not there. There's so many disconnections between the team. I understand that. But they were trying to play his way. But what's happening is you're conceding goals from bad individual errors, and then we can't recover from that because we're not well drilled enough, and these players don't have it in them. And like I said, the top half of the pitch now, we are in serious trouble because Rashford and Garnacho can't play in there to any form of consistency, and Xerxes, it's not that. And Rasmus Højlund is going to blow hot and cold. When we play decent teams, this is what's going to happen to us a lot. So we have to buckle in. We know we have to buckle in. I'm not scared of that. I'm not scared of taking licks to get to the promised land, to get to where we need to get to. But this hierarchy needs to see the wood from the trees, and they need to come down like a ton of bricks. We need to sign physical players. Of course, they need to be able to play. I'm not saying get 11 McTominays. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. But at the same time, we have to understand that lot there, they're not going to be able to do it. There's going to be games that we win. There's going to be games that are all right, create a few chances, look all right. Later 4-0 against Everton, little strut about the place. But when it comes really down to it, the technical level of this team is on the floor and the physical aspect of this team is on the floor. And the mental capacity to change those things and the innate sort of desire from the players to change that thing, I don't believe exists within 90% of the squad. I'll be honest with you. I'm saying Yoro, Mazraoui, Ahmad, and Mainu. 4. That's really it. Yoro, Mazraoui, Mainu, and Ahmad. Them 4. Other than that, let's be real with the team. And Ugarte can probably actually stay because this is his guy. He can be all right in the system, but still, you need better than Ugarte. 5 man at the whole squad. Ruben, you know what to do, bro. We're with you. We've got to keep backing Ruben Amorim and just be patient, but it's going to take a lot of work. More of this will happen. More storms. I'm out of here. Peace.